All right, hey, this is David Coral, and here we are at Twin Cities Pride 2016, and we're getting our American leather stories. And I am here today with
Jason.
Jason. How are you doing, Jason?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. You having a good Pride?
I am having a good Pride so far.
Damn good. Damn good. So, all right. So, tell me about your, this is the American leather story. So tell me about your leather journey so far.
Well, my leather journey has been, it's less about the leather and more about what the leather represents. And in my case, it's wearing leather that lets me flag red.
Got it.
I have some leather harnesses and some armbands that all have red trim on them and everything. So that, I mean, I like it and it feels good wearing the leather harnesses. But, at this point, I am more about the fisting than I am about wearing definitely dress leather and things like that.
So for you, leather is more of an attitude, more of a way of being, and an activity, a set of activities that you do than it is about what you're wearing, right?
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
I think that's the way for a lot of people. But was it always that way for you?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm still kind of new into the whole leather / kink scene. I've been leather adjacent for a long time in that, I've gone out to various gear and fetish nights. For a while, I actually wore spandex superhero costumes.
That's cool.
My first trip to Folsom, I wore a Lightning Lad costume that was actually sewn by my mother.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it was great. I was walking all around Folsom in San Francisco wearing this spandex costume and feeling completely comfortable and everything. And it actually had kind of a dual purpose because I could also wear it at science fiction conventions and comic book conventions.
Of course.
And I've actually kind of felt like there's a lot of crossover between the different communities. In fact, some people I know in the leather community because I initially met them in the geek communities.
Sure, of course. All right, so what took it from the spandex superhero into fisting? How did that kind of transition happen? How did that happen?
Like that?
How did that?
Yeah. Well, the whole fisting thing, that's been a couple of decades in the making.
Has it?
Yes, in that, the first time I ever saw it in porn, I thought, oh my God, that's horrible. I can't believe anyone would like to do that. That just seems like the worst thing I've ever seen. Then, a few times later, I'm like, I can't see how anybody would look like that, but I guess they do. To, boy, they really look like they're having a good time. To, maybe I might want to try that as a top. To, well, here I am, getting fisted every weekend if I can. Yes, as much as I can.
Right. All right. So did somebody kind of take you by the hand and say, "Come on, Jason, come here, come on over here, and let me show you"?
A little bit, yeah. Actually, I have someone who I consider my fisting mentor.
Yeah.
I'm actually getting together again with him tonight. And he was perfect. He was a great teacher. He was persistent yet gentle. Not much in the way of the dom sub kind of thing, just a great teacher who was able to help guide me through the back passages of fisting.
Yeah, because that's an activity that does need some guidance and some
it really does.
Yeah.
And he was very much about the best fisters are the ones who can do both top and bottom because they know what it's like.
Sure.
And, to that, it led me to, okay, how do I let people know that fisting is my activity? And, one of the best ways I found is wearing a leather harness out to gear nights and things like that.
It's all about signaling.
It's all about signaling.
That's awesome.
And I wish that people knew more about that. If you wear red to a fetish event, people are going to make assumptions about you.
That is very true. That's why those kinds of signals of old, that people say, oh, guard. No, there's a reason for some of those signals and protocols.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they inform us about something.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome, Jason. Thanks for talking to us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Well, here I am with Jason. This is David Coral. We're at Twin City Pride 2016, and this is our leather story.
Thank you. Absolutely. That's an interesting.